Hello, you're tuning into Đồng Nai radio and television station. Coming first with local news. April the 21st is the 10th day of the third lunar month, the anniversary of Hùng Vương death. At Kinh Thiên Palace on the top of Nghĩa Linh Mountain in Hùng Temple Special National Historic Site, Phú Thọ Province solemnly held an incense offering ceremony to commemorate Hùng King. At Thượng Temple, on behalf of the nation's compatriots and overseas expatriates, State President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc and the leaders of the party, state and Phú Thọ province entered the court to offer incense, flowers and gifts to pay tribute to King Hùng and his predecessors have made merit in building the country, praying for the nation's safety and affirming the determination to unite the whole nation, realizing the desire to build a prosperous and powerful country as taught by predecessors. Next, State President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc offered incense to commemorate President Ho Chi Minh at Giếng Temple and at Uncle Ho's reliefs to talk to the cadres and soldiers of Tiên Phong Army Corps. This is the place where Uncle Ho instructed, the Hùng Kings have made merit to the country. We must keep together for the country. The Veterans Association of Tam Phước Biên Hòa Ward held a meeting with veterans participating in the anti-U.S. resistance war to save the country on the 46th anniversary of the complete liberation of the South to reunify the country. More than 400 comrades were veterans who participated in the resistance war against the U.S. Leaders of the Veterans Association at provincial and city levels, former leaders of Tam Phước Ward over time, together with the presidents of the Veterans Association, review each other's glorious and heroic history during the war against the U.S. for national salvation. Over the past years, the Veteran Association of Tam Phước Ward has constantly built up the strength of national solidarity with many outstanding achievements and results. Participated in building a new country, urban civilization, donating land for road construction, contribute money to infrastructure construction with the amount of 1,600,000,000 VND, support the poor, support natural disasters and floods in the past 5 years with a total amount of more than 1 billion VND. According to the Export and Import Department, the first quarter import and export results have maintained well, and although the first month of the second quarter has not ended, with the current growth rate from now to the end of the year, Vietnam will reach the milestone of total number of turnover, import and export over 600 billion USD. However, from now until the end of the year, there are still many potential disadvantages. The most important factor in achieving such recent export and import performance is the result against the COVID-19 epidemic. The subjectivity in anti-epidemic is an essential requirement as a foundation for maintaining export growth in the coming time. The Russian Foreign Ministry has set a date to issue the statement of retaliation commensurate with the U.S. expulsion of its diplomats. Accordingly, Moscow requires 10 Washington diplomats to return home before May the 21st. According to the notice of the Russian Foreign Ministry, U.S. Deputy Ambassador to Russia Bart Gorman was summoned to receive the announcement of the deportation of 10 U.S. diplomats. Last week, the U.S. announced Moscow sanctions and expelled 10 Russian diplomats in response to what Washington calls Russia's meddling in the U.S. election, a massive cyber attack and action other hostility. Recently, Russia-U.S. relations have been strained because of series of problems. In the federal message dated in April the 21st, President Vladimir Putin warned that he would respond quickly and strongly to the opponents if provoked. He urged Western opponents not to cross Russia's red line and criticized the outside countries to blame everything on Russia. President Joe Biden said the U.S. was entering a new phase of COVID-19 vaccination effort with 200 million injections earlier than its target by the end of this month. Speaking from the White House, President Biden said his administration had administered 200 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine on day 92 of his term, praising it as a staggering achievement for the nation damaged by the pandemic. The government's first 3-month vaccination effort was mainly focused on the elderly and health workers, but this has changed. As of April the 22nd, about 80% of people over 65 years of age have at least one dose of vaccine, and all people over the age of 16 are now eligible for the vaccine. However, President Biden also warned people not to be subjective with the current results. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.